Hey everyone, welcome back to I Dare You Sleep. I know a lot of you love to fall asleep to these creepy stories, but before you do, leave a comment and let me know where you're listening from around the world. And if you're enjoying the thrills, don't forget to like, subscribe, and see if you can make it through without losing any sleep.
In the annals of history, Blackwood Manor stands as a monument to the darker facets of human ambition and the unyielding allure of the unknown. Its story begins in a time when the land was still wild, and the forests whispered secrets known only to the ancient trees. Lord Nathaniel Blackwood, a figure cloaked in mystery and shadow, emerged from the depths of obscurity to carve his legacy upon the landscape. Some whispered that Lord Blackwood was a sorcerer of unparalleled power, while others speculated that he had made a Faustian bargain with the very forces of darkness that lurked beyond the veil of mortal understanding. Regardless of the truth, one thing was certain. Lord Blackwood's ambitions knew no bounds, and he spared no expense in the construction of his grand estate. Blackwood Manor rose from the earth like a specter of the night, its towering spires reaching towards the heavens and casting ominous shadows across the surrounding countryside. Its walls, adorned with intricate carvings and mysterious symbols, seemed to pulse with a malevolent energy that sent shivers down the spines of those who dared to approach. As the years passed, tales of Blackwood Manor spread like wildfire through the nearby villages, each whispered rumor adding another layer of fear and superstition to its already ominous reputation. Stories of strange lights flickering in the windows at night, of eerie chants echoing through the forest, and of travelers who vanished without a trace, after daring to approach its gates, became the stuff of legend, woven into the very fabric of the region's folklore. But perhaps the most chilling legend of all was that of the curse said to haunt Blackwood Manor and all who dared to set foot within its walls. It was said that those who entered the mansion were doomed to never leave, their souls forever bound to its twisted corridors and shadowy chambers, forced to wander its halls for all eternity. Despite the passage of centuries, Blackwood Manor remained standing, a silent sentinel in the heart of the wilderness, its secrets hidden behind locked doors and shuttered windows, waiting for the brave or foolhardy soul who dared to uncover them. And so, the legend of Blackwood Manor endured, a dark reminder of the dangers that lurked in the shadows and the allure of the unknown. For as long as the mansion stood, so too would the whispers of its haunted history echo through the ages, drawing adventurers and thrill-seekers alike into its depths, where mysteries waited to be unraveled and darkness lay in wait around every corner. In the heart of the countryside, veiled by the thick foliage of an ancient forest, loomed the foreboding silhouette of Blackwood Manor. Its towering spires clawed at the sky, its weathered walls whispered tales of forgotten horrors, and its overgrown grounds harbored secrets too sinister to name. For generations, the mansion had cast a shadow over the nearby village, its name synonymous with darkness and despair. Evelyn Hart, a young and audacious historian with a penchant for the occult, had long been fascinated by the legends surrounding Blackwood Manor. Raised on stories of restless spirits and cursed bloodlines, she saw the mansion as a puzzle begging to be solved, a mystery waiting to be unraveled. Gathering her courage and armed with a thirst for knowledge, Evelyn embarked on a journey to uncover the truth behind the whispers that echoed through the halls of Blackwood Manor. Accompanied by a small band of fellow enthusiasts, she stood before the rusted gates of the estate, her heart pounding with anticipation. With a creak of protest, the gates swung open, revealing a path choked with weeds and overgrown vines. Undeterred, Evelyn and her companions pressed forward, their lanterns casting long shadows against the moss-covered stones. As they crossed the threshold into the mansion, a chill wind swept through the grand foyer, sending a shiver down Evelyn's spine. Ignoring the ominous chill that hung in the air, she led her companions deeper into the heart of darkness, her eyes alight with the thrill of discovery. Room by room, they explored the labyrinthine corridors of Blackwood Manor, uncovering forgotten secrets and hidden passageways along the way. But with each new discovery, Evelyn could feel the weight of the mansion's history bearing down upon her, a reminder of the darkness that lurked within its walls. As night fell and the darkness deepened, Evelyn found herself drawn to the upper floors of the mansion, where the air grew thick with malevolence. Whispers seemed to fill the halls, their voices barely audible yet filled with a sense of foreboding. And then, in the darkness, they heard it, the sound of footsteps echoing from somewhere unseen. With hearts pounding in their chests, Evelyn and her companions followed the sound to a door at the end of the hallway, its surface adorned with strange symbols and sigils. With trembling hands, Evelyn pushed open the door and stepped into a room bathed in moonlight. But what she found inside would haunt her forever. Before her stood a figure cloaked in shadow, its eyes burning with a malevolent glow. It spoke in a voice that seemed to reverberate through her very soul, weaving a tale of tragedy and despair. As the figure advanced, Evelyn and her companions knew they had stumbled upon something beyond their understanding. With a cry of terror, they turned and fled, their lanterns casting long shadows against the walls as they raced through the darkness. But the curse of Blackwood Manor would not be so easily escaped. As they reached the courtyard and crossed the threshold into the forest, they felt a chill wind at their backs, and the sound of echoing footsteps followed them into the night. And though they escaped with their lives that night, Evelyn knew that the darkness of Blackwood Manor would forever haunt her dreams, a reminder of the dangers that lurked in the shadows and the price of seeking the truth. Evelyn Hart first encountered Benjamin Crane in the dimly lit confines of a dusty occult bookstore, tucked away in a forgotten corner of the city. She had been perusing the shelves, her fingers tracing the worn spines of ancient tomes filled with secrets and mysteries, when she noticed a figure lingering in the shadows. Benjamin Crane stood amidst a haze of incense smoke, his piercing gaze fixed upon a particularly weathered volume that lay open upon the counter. His presence seemed to command the room, his aura tinged with an air of mystery and intrigue that drew Evelyn's attention like a moth to flame. Benjamin Crane, with his piercing gaze and air of mystery, was a man of many secrets. Rumors whispered of his past exploits in the realm of the supernatural, of dark rituals performed in the dead of night and forbidden knowledge sought in the darkest corners of the world. But despite his reputation, Evelyn sensed a kindred spirit in Benjamin, a soul burdened by the weight of his own darkness and searching for redemption in the face of unspeakable horrors. Drawn together by a shared fascination with the arcane and a thirst for answers, the two embarked on a journey that would test the limits of their courage and unravel the dark mysteries that lurked within the mansion's walls. In the dim light of an overcast afternoon, Evelyn Hart and Benjamin Crane stood at the threshold of Blackwood Manor, their lanterns casting feeble glimmers against the looming darkness within. As they stepped across the threshold, the air grew heavy with the weight of centuries-old secrets, and the shadows seemed to coil around them like serpents, eager to ensnare their souls. Evelyn's heart raced with a mixture of trepidation and excitement, her mind filled with visions of the long-forgotten mysteries that lay hidden within the mansion's walls. Beside her, Benjamin's gaze was fixed upon the crumbling facade, his expression unreadable beneath the brim of his hat. Together, they ventured deeper into the heart of darkness, their footsteps echoing through the empty halls like whispers of the past. With each step they took, the mansion seemed to come alive around them, its walls pulsing with a malevolent energy that sent shivers down their spines. As they explored the labyrinthine corridors of Blackwood Manor, Evelyn and Benjamin uncovered fragments of its twisted history, piecing together clues that had long been buried beneath layers of secrecy and deceit. They discovered tales of the Blackwood family's dark past, of forbidden rituals performed in the dead of night, and of a curse that had plagued the mansion for centuries. In hidden chambers and forgotten libraries, they found tomes of forbidden knowledge, filled with arcane rituals and incantations that promised great power, but exacted a terrible price. They uncovered artifacts of ancient magic, imbued with the essence of long-forgotten gods, and capable of bending reality to their will. But as they delved deeper into the mysteries of Blackwood Manor, they soon realized that they were not alone. Malevolent forces lurked in the shadows, their whispers growing louder with each passing moment, and Evelyn and Benjamin knew that they were running out of time. Armed with knowledge and determination, they pressed on, their lanterns casting long shadows against the walls as they ventured further into the abyss. At last they reached the heart of the mansion, where the darkness pulsed like a living thing, its presence suffocating and oppressive. With trembling hands, Evelyn and Benjamin reached out and grasped the source of the darkness, tearing it free from its hiding place. As the shadows receded and the light flooded back into the mansion, they felt a sense of relief wash over them.